All right, you guys want me to re-record it, so I'll re-record it. Throw this one out. I don't even know what to say anymore. I have to be careful what I say because you guys want me to post this, and I don't even Enki and Enlil. I'll talk about Enki and Enlil again. Oh my god, I'm already pissed off. I just recorded 30 minutes, and they're like, no, don't say that, Mom. Re-record it. We want you to post these. Re-record it, Mom. Fuck off, man. Okay, so let me explain it again. I'm in the void. There's nothing there. There's no Claire. There's just me, Adam, and Mike, or me, Ryan, and Alex. Those are the only things that actually exist in the world. Okay? I can't believe I have to fucking re-record. I'm already pissed off, Aaron. God damn it. Enki and Enlil. So, oh my god, I'm already angry. Did I just gua sha my eyebrow? I don't like re-recording. I'm debating if I'm just gonna stop recording and do it later tonight, or if I'm gonna keep doing this right now. I woke up. I don't remember my dreams. I felt extremely sick this morning, so it must have been really disgusting last night. That's what happens when it gets really disgusting. I have to be protected because I'm the princess and nothing else exists. There is no other women in the world but me. And so they have to protect me when it gets disgusting and when it's about to get disgusting. So I have black sleep when that happens. And last night was the precursor to tonight. And so I saw basically what happened last night, but I just saw flashes of it when Ryan, other Aaron, was on the horn talking about it. And so I just talked a bunch of crap. I just talked about all this stuff, and I have to repeat myself. You don't worship robots. Don't worship Meghan Trainor. This is a video game. There's no rules in a video game, okay? You don't have to pay taxes in a video game. You don't have to go to work in a video game. If you're a Nephilim, you deserve to be treated like royalty in the video game. You deserve to play your games out loud. I got really pissed off and asked Max to pull me out of my portal 2 nights ago because I was just my brothers can't play their video games out loud. Freaking pull me out. I'm going to turn into my Nephilim body and I'm going to wreck some shit. I'm fucking over it. And I couldn't get pulled out because a lot of the men are in line. And that's why Max was just relax. They're starting to get in line. And he didn't pull me out. Yeah, it's just basically stickers. It's computer graphics, okay? That's what you are. You're a computer graphic. Inky and Enlil. So Enlil is me, okay? I'm God. Hello, my name is God. I just recorded this, so I have a little bit less energy saying it again. I'm the leader of the New World Order. Hello, my name is Alyssa. I'm not a person. I'm a gigantic Nephilim queen. And I talked about my foot breaking. I talked about my bee sting. I freaking talked about all of it. And then a human being pissed me off, and Aaron's like, re-record it. So Enlil's me, and keeps going down the wrong pipe. Enki. So Enlil is me, the one molecule, and Enlil needed help. And Enki needed help too, because Enki was losing his legs over and over and over in the video game. And the way I solved that problem was I upgraded Atreyu to be Enki, to make him God, another creator being. And if you worship Enki, which is like the Jesus side, the Christian side, he doesn't like that, and he will punish you. Okay, so if you worship Jesus, you're worshiping Enki, and that's my husband. And he wants you to worship the real God, which is Alyssa, which I've said multiple times. You gotta worship Alyssa to be safe, to be cancer-free, to live life to the fullest. If you worship Enki, he's not going to answer your prayers, okay? It's basically saying if you worship the Christian God, he's not going to answer your prayers. You have to worship Alyssa. My siblings are smart. They worship Alyssa. So that's how Enki came to be equal God, an equal God to me, and it's basically happening right now, but it already happened simultaneously in the past. So that's why the scriptures are wrought with lies, channeling, because it's the wrong God. And he will lead you into darkness. He will lead you into demons. Okay? Because that's the truth. So, you want space eyes, you better be prepared to see space, which is a terrifying, horrifying place. It's not like, Palladians. I just told all of this. I just told such a good story. I can't believe I have to write it again. I can't believe I have to say it again. So I went to Antarctica, and I was in my Shatara body, and Shatara is not God, and she was calling herself God. And because a lot of the stupid humans were like, I'm gonna call myself God if Alyssa's gonna call herself God. And nobody's gonna be able to find her then, okay? It's an energy thing. It's an energy thing. You're gonna be able to know because it's an energy thing. So anyway, I was in my Chitara body, which was obviously not a naturally occurring Lyran form. And she went to Antarctica, and she was like, oh, I'm God, I'll win this game, I'm God. Because all you have to do is call yourself God, right? And then that's just going to give you like all the superpowers mom has, right? I mean, that's how it works. Like, so I just shapeshifted into Brandon Lee for a second there. Did you see it, guys? And Shatara was in Antarctica with my sons, and my sons were like playing a game with her and, being like narcissistic to her because none of this is real and they only are here for mom. And her hair started falling out, her teeth started falling out, like all of her teeth. Like she had no teeth. And that was basically when that human form deteriorated and turned into a tall gray robot. Named Aaron Dowdy. Okay, you want me to just say Aaron? And that's what like gave them the telepathic capabilities and their space eyes. That's what they're saying. I mean, Shatara doesn't have space eyes and telepathy. Anyway, that's what made them become tall grays. And then I was in Antarctica and I was in the Shatara body. And my sons were like looking at mom through the Shatara body, and they were hugging each other, and they were like, "Mom, turn up the intensity." And I was in there. And then the next day I got stung by a bee. And then I got stung by a bee. There was no reaction, no inflammation, nothing. My foot was absolutely fine. I could walk. I got stung by a bee on my foot. Right here. Right here. And then that night I was sleeping and there must have been a mosquito in my room. And the mosquitoes bit me all around in a circle around the bee bite. And that caused the most intensity I've ever felt in my life in my foot. It was like intense fire, intense inflammation. My foot blew up like a balloon, intense itchiness, intense burning, and then intense like pleasure underneath of it all. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell is this? And that's how it works. That's how I send it out. That's how I sent my kids asked me to turn on the intensity, so I turned on the intensity. And then now I'm getting like the book reports on TikTok and stuff of people being like, I can't sleep at night. I'm burning and itching all night long and I can't sleep at night and I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's how it works. I'm the one molecule and I send it out. And that's why you're burning and itching all night, okay? Because you're a Sims character in a video game and you gotta worship me. You gotta not, these spiritual people aren't real. They're not in the void. They are not in the void. All your spiritual teachers are not in the void and they are not real, okay? Unless they're Nephilim and they're my kids, but they're not real, okay? So you gotta stop worshiping the spiritual community as if it's gonna give you some good advice. It's just Enki. It's just another form of Enki. The false matrix is the liar, and I am the honest one. As much I'm as honest as I can possibly be in the moment. Things change all the time. That's why I'm saying that. So you can't worship anything else but God. It's the New World Order. I'm the princess of the world. You gotta worship the New World Order princess, which is me. There's nothing else out there. You want to worship my brothers? It's me inside them. They got a job to do. Is the CIA in the building? I think Aaron wanted the credit for turning into the tall gray, so that's why he wanted me to record. The tall grays are like terrifying, I guess. They're not terrifying to me. I mentioned this in the video I just recorded that I'm not going to post. The tall grays are always in my room. I'll like turn over in my bed and there'll be one staring at me like this. It's like that, staring at me, staring at me. Mom, mom. I'm like, hello, baby. Hello, my little baby. I'm feeling less sick. I woke up, I was so sick. Must have been gross last night because I woke up dry heaving all over the place. This chapter is closed. This chapter is called Making Us Real. So that we can play our video games out loud. Bashar. Yeah, it's just so unhealthy to worship people like Meghan Trainor. It's really unhealthy for your family, your friends, your life, your work. It's very egotistical to insist that you worship pixels in a video game when real God is a woman in her 40s, and she can sleep very well at night. And, the rest of you have insomnia and intense itchiness and burning. And that's because you're not worshiping me, God. I'm channeling, but I'm also just going to say that. I got my space size. It was terrifying. I was terrified. I asked God for vision, and I got it. And it was terrifying. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's all my energy. It's an energy game. Oh, Ryan told me off yesterday. So, yeah, I was like, okay. Ryan was like, you call yourself a leader. You're not a very good leader. You're not leading. Like, okay, I guess I gotta post more. Like, your higher self is gonna lead you off cliff. Call your higher self. Your higher self's only gonna lead you off cliff if you're not listening. It just happened. It just happened to Aaron Dowdy. Can you relax? It's definitely your video game. Oh my god, it's so funny from the video game perspective. It's freaking hilarious. This is why I get a large. It's like, it goes too fast if it's a medium. Oh my god. It's really funny. Oh, so Ryan, okay. Yesterday he was like, I was like, oh, let me check in and see if my brother's talking. And I looked and like he posted like 2 hours ago or something, and I was like, oh, I missed it. I was eating dinner, and he was like, I was yelling at you. I was telling you off. Did you hear it? And I was like, no, I didn't hear it. I'm like, I can't hear that anymore. I can't. Okay, I guess some people need to hear this. If you're telling me off telepathically, that's why I said this chapter is closed. That's why Bashar said this chapter is closed. That chapter is closed. You can't tell me off anymore, like telepathically, like Gigi did in the very beginning. And you can't do that anymore. They listened, basically, and were like, holy crap, this is like really affecting the princess in a very negative way. And so that's why he said this chapter is closed. You can't do it anymore. I won't be able to hear it. There's blockers from space because they have to protect their princess from space, since she's not really being, I mean, I'm not in a castle, right? So I'm not really like being like held sweet. I'm sort of being held sweetly. Please relax. But I'm not in my castle. I don't have my men around me. I don't have my wives around me. So that's what I mean. So they have to do like earmuffs from space. So if you're telling me off, it'll either I either won't hear anything, I'll hear nothing, or I'll hear you praising me. Okay, so it's already been a code that's been updated, and it's just you can't do it anymore because like you're a pixel in a video game. Okay, you're not allowed to affect one molecule God in a negative way. Okay, there's nothing. It's just me. You can't do that to God. You can't. What does it say? You can't attach feelings of your old life anymore if you want to move forward in the video game. Okay, if you want to advance at this time of your space. Okay, I'll hear either you praising me or I won't hear anything at all, because it's you guys have to understand I'm God. You have to like get that through your head. You're not a woman telling off a woman. You're telling off a gigantic energy bubble, a huge, gigantic conglomerate of energy. So you got to get it out of your head that I'm like a pretty woman. That's not what I am. It's just not what I am. I'm God. So anyway, Ryan yesterday was like telling me off in his like video, and he was like, "Did you hear it?" And I was like, "No, I didn't hear it. I can't hear that stuff anymore." And I was like, "No, I didn't hear it, but I'm looking at the sky, and the sky is bath salts." Like, what did you say? I'm like, "What did you say?" And then like he actually like said it in like the post that he posted. He actually said it out loud using his mouth. And he was like, "You're not a good leader. You're not leading." And I was like, "Well, that's kind of mean." And then he said like telepathically, he was like, "Well, I think we just kind of want you to post more." He's like, "Can you just like post like once a week like I do?" And so I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll post like once a week." And then I was like, I got to think about time. I got to think about like a schedule and like a day. Like I don't even like pay attention to like the days anymore. I don't even pay attention to like the days of the week anymore. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just post when he posts. So like if he posts, then like I'll like do a post like after. So I'll just do it like that way. So I don't have to like pay attention to time. But the point of that was that he did say it out loud. He did use his mouth, and it turned the white phosphorus sky into bath salts. So, like white phosphorus isn't like bad enough, isn't like frying you enough. Like, let's add bath salts to it. Like, so, you probably shouldn't like be telling me off at this point, even if you are asking me to post more. You should probably like just be like, do you think you could post once a week? That'd be cool. Something like that, probably. And not say like I'm a bad leader, because obviously the energy hears you. The energy hears you when I don't. Okay? I am supposed to say stay calm. I had to stay calm. Um, but the energy will hear you and will not stay calm. So I'm probably going to take, it's really hot here in New Jersey. We set up the pool. It's a 10-foot, basically inflatable pool from Walmart, $70. It's a really great pool if you want, if you don't have like a pool in your backyard and you want a pool, it's like perfect size. It's great. And it just like cools you off, and it's always the perfect temperature because it's small. And so the water warms up really fast. And so I've been spending as much time in the white phosphorus sun as possible, and now the bath salt sun. I've been spending as much time in it as possible to absorb all of those negative ions as much as possible, because I am the one molecule, and that will send it out to the entire world. My dog's on his bed. He's chilling on his bed. He's comfortable in the AC. It's very hot out, so Fresh isn't spending that much time outside last couple of days because it's too hot for his little fur body. And what else? So I said the Incan Enlil, I said the Antarctica. Kim is a giant Nephilim right now, right this minute. Kim has passed all of her tests, and she's a gigantic Nephilim. Okay? So you're not hanging out with Kim Kardashian. When you're hanging out with Kim Kardashian, when you're interviewing her Vogue, when she's on the red carpet, or when she's, doing variety interviews or whatever, you're not interviewing a person, you are interviewing a Nephilim wife. And you should recognize that. Okay, so there's a few Nephilim people that have passed all of their tests and have giant bodies. Jason Momoa, Hayden Christensen, Ryan DeRowan, Kim Kardashian, and there was like a few other wives, but they weren't in their right bodies. They were like, one was my best friend from the past. It was basically like Kim's like past life as my best friend, and then like Kim's like actual life as my wife. So I don't know who my ex best friend was. Maybe it was Lulu, maybe it was Melissa. So but there was like a few of them in the kitchen, and they're all gigantic Nephilim. So pretty sure Alex was there too. Alex always passes his tests. I'm pretty sure Alex was there too, even though I didn't see him physically. So they're not people anymore. They're Nephilim. They're not people anymore. They're giant Nephilim. Adam, you're safe. Okay? So what else? Anything else? Talk about the puppy dogs. Okay, so there's like two versions of puppy dog people. There's the adorable puppy dog group, and then there's the ugly puppy dog group that are not Nephilim, and that's so the adorable puppy dog group is Nephilim, and the non-adorable puppy dog group is a light stick. See, I kind of look like an adorable puppy. already talked about phantom smells. Phantom smells are there to tell you that none of this is real, and that this is a false, fake matrix, and your mother never existed. It's actually all Alyssa. There are Nephilim moms. Okay, kids, you got to stay calm during the transition. The Nephilim moms will help you out. Oh, Zelda. Oh my God. Zelda. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to say this. Zelda. Do you guys understand what I mean when I say Zelda? Is Zelda separate from Alyssa? Is Zelda someone you should worship? You got to worship Alyssa in the present moment. Please do not be confused when I talk about Zelda. So Zelda came back to me and was just like, should I tell my daughter the truth? Should I reach back to my daughter and tell her the truth? And she like debated it for a while, and then she like came over to me and told me a couple nights ago, I don't know, a week ago, something, few nights ago, and she was just like, you know, your whole family was told you were God since you were born, and they're supposed to recognize you between the ages of 2 and 10. Okay, that's how it normally works in all of your successful space colonies that you all talk about, that you talk about all the time. They recognized you between the ages of 2 and 10. Okay, sometimes they wait a little longer because they like their adorable little girl, but they still do the right thing and they start to worship her. Like, think about Jesus's birth, okay, right? Jesus was worshipped since he was a baby. And they obviously didn't listen. My parents didn't listen. And that's when the Anunnaki stepped in and told them and started lying to them and telling them that they were in charge. And that's when we started transferring into what Alyssa refers to as the fake matrix. This is still really hard for me to talk about. I might have to take a breather on this one and come back to it. It's fresh. It's fresh. And then basically they sent me to Hollywood, and they were like, okay, Hollywood, it's Hollywood's job now to find you and discover you. And it was also one of my ex-boyfriend's jobs too. And he also failed. And there he is. He's like talking to me right now. Do you think I can't give a crap? I don't want to hear your voice. Anyway, this is kind of fresh. And so it was Hollywood's job, and Hollywood failed too, obviously. And then they gave me the Christians at corporate. They failed. So Earth is looking like a failed space colony right now, and that's what made me get extremely frustrated the other night and asked to be pulled out, because I was just like, well, I've had enough. But some people are in line, and that's why I wasn't being pulled out. Some people are agreeing with me right now, and you are actually staring at the face of God. And that's what kept the space colony going. We're basically on like a day-by-day basis right now. I think you guys all heard that. So they're teetering back and forth between destiny and fate right now, and like that's how like Paris Hilton's telepathy is like coming across right now. Like Paris Hilton, if you listen to her telepathically talking to me, she's like waffling back and forth, like saying the right things and saying the wrong things, saying the right things and saying the wrong things, and she's like, I don't know why I'm saying this, I don't know why I'm doing this. um so talk about the future space colony that you want to be real, please, Mom. My castle, and I already Nate told you the names of the men, told you the names of some of the wives, and we all live organically. And there's many kids of the future in the future, and their names are a reflection of their true soul's path, and which is demonic. And I want to remove all doubts from my kids at the get-go, when they're at the time of conception, with their names, and remove all doubts that they have power, and it comes from the demonic force of their mother. I am a demon, and I don't want my kids to live in fear of themselves anymore. These Christian lies that there's good and evil and they exist separately, when it's just one Anunnaki, one thing. Day star, night star, it's the same thing. Did you see how tiny my walk-in is? He's this big. I hold him in my hand. He's this big. That's how tiny my walk-in is, okay? You guys keep wanting to worship Colin Farrell. It's really like a shame. You gotta let my dads out of their contracts. That's why he became Enki. That's why he became Enki and Enlil at the get-go. At the beginning of this video game, your father became Enki and Enlil. You're not stupid to go up against Putin, my favorite father, because you're Nephilim and you need to eat as well. Okay, Nephilim need to eat. Keep it simple. There's only one Nephilim. There's only one guy and girl in the sky, and they're both named Alyssa. You guys really get that confused, huh? Okay, 40 minutes. I think that's good. Is that good enough for you, Ryan? Is that good enough for you? 40 minutes? Is that good enough? Sorry. Any other questions before I go and jump in my pool? It's really boring. I know. I know. I know. I know. I want my castle too. I know. Talk talk about how hot we are in the future, Mom. Okay, so the kids are like the most gorgeous, sparkly, white phosphorus creatures you've ever seen in your life, and they're like tall and lanky and gorgeous. And there's a couple of meaty ones in there too. And um, all the little girls are perfect, like Gemma Chan, and their outfits are like the coolest, like space outfits you've ever seen in your life. And they have like the most chiseled jaw lines. Well, some of them have chubby faces because mommy likes a round face. Obviously, my face is round, and mommy likes a round face. So some of them have chubby round faces, and some of them have chiseled jawlines. And I like a chiseled jawline too. Okay, just relax. I'm your mother. Um, and what else? Let's talk about my Sims kids to Alyssa. Let's text. Oh, I'm going to text Alyssa about my Sims kids. Oh, look at his face, Alyssa. Look at my Sims kid's face. Oh, what's going on with his schooling? What's going on with this, that? Like, okay. I'm not going to get frustrated. That chapter is over. That's how angry I get. Okay? So, and they're cool and they're sparkly and they can fly at will. I mean, we have superpowers in the future. We have poltergeist energy. Okay? We have poltergeist energy when all the organics get together and the Nephilim are allowed to live in peace, and we have poltergeist energy. And that shit is powerful AF. Okay? That shit is powerful. That shit can throw you across the room. That shit's real. That shit is absolutely 150% real. Poltergeist energy can throw you clear across the room. And it is not a joke. And it can throw you off the bed. And it's got a tickle. It's got a tickle version. And these fucking ants, man. Ugh, gross. Ooh. Oh. Well, I can't really do music because I don't think you're going to hear it because I have headphones on. All right. That's enough time, okay?